All right. We are live. Welcome to Mitch and Murray from downtown, brought to you by vitalityresearch.org. Here today with Jake, the man, Milton. Thanks for coming in, Jake.
Thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate it.
Hey,
So,
Jake.
Jake, tell me, first question. What's it like when they tell you got 2 weeks to live?
Coming in hot, as Chris always does.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's a definite eye-opener. That's not something it's not easy to swallow, put it that way.
Yeah.
Still emotional to this day over that. Especially when your parents are sitting right next to you and they hear the same thing. You pray.
Yeah.
And that's where I found my strength between that and family. And for whatever reason, I'm still here. So,
Yeah, you had quite the support system up there.
yeah, huge.
Yeah.
Friends, family. I can't say enough about everybody that was there for me. I put myself in that position. It was clearly something I did to myself, knowing full well what it could possibly lead to. But when reality sets in, it's I was embarrassed. Still am embarrassed about it, but I've learned that nobody gives a shit. Everybody still supports you, which means a ton. I've had friends from high school that I haven't talked to in years, just because they moved away or whatever. And next thing you know, I'm getting text messages from them, and I didn't even have their numbers. And my mom's telling me, oh, they've been reaching out through Facebook or whatever to get your number. And still to this day, they're, Bridget Bollmeyer.
Yeah.
Texted me this morning, just checking in again, say, hey, what's going on? How you doing? Everything, so that's, things like that have been amazing.
Did you believe the doctor when he said it? Were you like, oh shit, this is real? Or were you like, I can get through this. I can prove him wrong. I can do. Obviously, you're going to do everything you can to,
Yeah. No, I guess honestly, I believed him. Hated him for it. Now I love the guy, but I remember him saying that, and then I don't remember anything for quite some time.
Sure.
I was out.
You were in pretty bad shape at that point.
Yeah. My mom says I was completely gone for a very short period of time, like gone. I can't attest to that, obviously, but yeah, I remember him asking me if I knew who the president was, and I couldn't come up with it. And then that was right after he had said about the 2 week thing, or the 2 month thing, or whatever it was, 2 weeks. And
You drove yourself to the hospital too, right?
yeah, that's.
Maybe we should back up a little bit and just give a quick backstory on what we're talking about, if you want to.
Yeah, so long story short, my liver was in failure. I had scheduled a checkup with my regular doctor on it was a Tuesday, I believe. And I was yellow. I looked like a banana, color-wise. And they drew some blood and whatnot, and they said, we'll have results Thursday. Wednesday morning, I get a phone call from them saying, you need to get to the emergency room immediately. So I call my parents and said, they want me to go to the hospital, whatever. And my mom was getting something done with a tire on her car, and my dad was at work in Hinton. I was already in Sioux City, so I'm like, I'll just drive myself. So I drove myself, and I'm walking into the hospital, and before I got to the door, I feel a hand on my shoulder, and it's my dad. Somehow he got there. I think I went to the wrong hospital, to be honest with you.
At any point during the drive, were you like, I shouldn't be driving right now?
No, I had no idea.
You've always been able to drive, haven't you, Jake?
Oh, yeah, I guess.
That goes way back.
Yeah, it's in your blood. My blood, anyway. And from that point on, I don't remember anything. But yeah, that conversation about the whole 2 weeks, and then I do remember for some reason him asking me who the president was, and I couldn't answer it. And then I was out. And the funny thing was, when I came back, I remembered who the president was, and I told him who it was. And then I was out again.
How long ago was this?
February 4th, I walked into.
So about 2 months.
Yeah.
No, yeah, 2 months.
I got out March 7th, and so I've been out of the hospital for a month as of, Monday?
And been quite a, I don't know about miraculous, but it's been a hell of a comeback for you without.
I would say it's been miraculous, but you stop and realize what you have to live for. I have 2 children that are. I'd like to see you get married, have kids, be a grandfather someday. Plus all the rest of my family and friends.
Yeah. I bet it puts, the children thing into perspective.
It
as
does.
far as things you miss, things you want to see, things, you're like,
Yep.
want to live for. And
Exactly. And that's one of the things, too, is, I take medicine. I guess I'll jump ahead a little bit. I do need a liver transplant, so I go to Omaha again May 7th to hopefully whatever the next step is to get closer to getting that phone call at whatever time saying.
are you on the list?
Not yet officially, no. Hopefully this officially puts me on it, and then
Getting closer.
yeah, they got to do measurements and stuff to see what's going to fit in you, and I mean I would think I got room for most, but anyway.
You have any preferences on like where the liver came from?
Yeah, young. I forgot what I was talking about before I said that. This happens. So those are medicines. I am taking medicines, but there's really no medicine that can help your liver. Your liver will heal itself to a certain point as long as you're not abusing it.
Yeah.
They have numbers.
Tell them about that number and where you were and where you're at now.
So they have what's called a MELD score, MELD, and it basically tracks the life of your liver, tells you its functionality, ability. At 41, you are dead. You're literally dead. I mean, your liver's done, and without that, you die.
Yeah, the liver kind of.
It's got 500 functions in the human body.
Right.
The day I went to the hospital, mine was 38.
That's pretty bad.
That's real bad.
And then plus your kidneys were done.
My kidneys were close. I don't know how they come up with these numbers, but a 7, I want to say it was a 7, seems a recurring number here today, is like the worst. That's kidney failure. I was at like a 6.8.
Yeah. That was a big problem that day, right?
It was one of them. Yeah. I had a lot of fluid in my body that needed to be taken off. I think it was like maybe the 4th day I was in the hospital. They drained it off for the first time, and it got like over a gallon of, close to a gallon of just fluid that your body's supposed to naturally get rid of.
Yeah.
But mine wasn't, because my liver wasn't doing it. My kidneys, believe it or not,
They started coming back right away.
they came back. Yeah, they came back real strong. And I had a conversation with that specialist the last time I saw him, which was, I think, 3 weeks ago. I actually go see him again Monday, and it won't surprise me if he says, hey, unless you see something different,
Yeah.
I don't need to see anymore. But I flat out asked him, I said, is there long-term damage? Am I looking at, is that another thing I'm going to have to worry about getting replaced or transplant, or is that going to kill me? And he flat out told me, no, I foresee no problems. So God bless him there. Yeah.
What kind of outlook are they giving you now? Obviously, you need to get on the liver transplant, get a new liver.
Yeah. So
what's the best case, worst case? Obviously, best case, you get a new liver, everything goes well.
Yeah, that would be the best case. Get a transplant. My body accepts it, and
you live the next 50 years of your life.
yeah,
I
don't have to take I don't have to do the medicines I'm on. Basically, help flush your body,
Mm-hmm.
which I won't go into detail what that means, but So that, that would go away.
At what point?
I guess worst case scenario, and it's not really a terrible worst case scenario, is I don't get one.
How long can you stay on these meds?
There's no.
They don't give you.
No,
they're
there's
good
really not.
for 2 years or.
No, and going back to that MELD score, so I was at 38. My last checkup was 2 weeks ago with my specialist, and they actually pushed. They were so happy with everything, the liver specialist here in Sioux City, that I don't have to see them till the end of May, unless something goes wrong.
What's your score?
But my score is down to 22.
Okay, what are like most people sitting around at?
A normal healthy liver, like nobody in this room, obviously, but let's say like our children, probably. Like a normal teenager. You're probably in the 1 to 5 range on a MELD score.
Gotcha.
15 for whatever reason, whatever it's related to, is when they start recommending a transplant.
So you were walking around for years at 15 plus, or how does that?
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the liver's an amazing thing. It's more resilient than.
It's one of the fastest healing organs in your body, I
It's
think.
the only
Except
one.
when you get to a certain point, it'll there's
only so much it can do.
yeah.
They kind of described it to me at one point, like, so you got all these fluids, everything that goes in your body has to go through your liver, and it takes all these different branches, different, like a river running in all these different directions, through the liver to do this, do that, whatever. Over time, picture like the Colorado River going through the Grand Canyon. Everything starts to solidify, and you end up with just this one little tract where everything has to flow through.
Yeah.
And it can't handle it, which, is trying to do everything that the entire liver, which is the size of your, I don't know if people know, but a liver is a very big organ.
I did not know.
Now you can cut some of your liver off, right? And
It will regenerate.
It'll
yeah.
regenerate.
It's the only organ that does that, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, obviously your skin comes back. That's considered an organ, but
True.
major organ, yeah, it's the only one that does that. But it is huge. It stretches from clear on right underneath the right side of your rib cage all the way over to the left side of your rib cage. So it's the length of your stomach. When they do the transplant, they'll cut you completely open.
What's the risk in the transplant surgery? They pretty good at it now.
It's pretty low. I'm going through the University of Nebraska in Omaha, which is the top-rated liver transplant facility in the United States. So we're lucky that it's right here in our backyard.
Wow.
I have met with them already. I've met the doctor and I've met his PA. They're both amazing people. There's a couple people from Hinton that have had this procedure done, and it was done down there. And as long as your body accepts it, which they pump you full of a lot of medicine for a while.
Like antibiotics and whatnot.
Anti-rejection, so that your body accepts it.
So the risk is after the surgery more so than during the surgery.
Probably, unless I guess you could always bleed out or something like that. But
Yeah.
I'm sure there's protocols for all that. From what I've read, and I've read a lot. They've got a backup plan for a backup plan for a backup plan, depending on what happens during whatever. But if everything goes great, typical stay is like 8 days in the hospital, and then it's, you get to go home. Obviously, you're limited, very limited on what you can do for quite some time. More doctor visits.
Of course.
More medical bills.
More medical bills, yeah. Hopefully it gets done this year.
Yeah.
Switching gears a little bit, how's your kids doing? How's the relationship been since this? And obviously, sobriety's a big part of it, right?
Yeah.
Tell us how that's all kind of changed. And
the relationship prior to was shit. I'll be the first to, and that's all me. I found the devil in a bottle, and I wouldn't let it go. And that took precedence over a lot of things. Chris can speak probably for me on that, just because we're family. So he's seen it up close for many years. It's different now, obviously, but that's a bridge that it's not gone, but it needs a lot of work for them to. I don't know. I don't want to say come back. They never turn their backs on me, but to realize that, okay, Dad's who he used to be, type of thing. Before.
How many years would you say you were in the bottle hard?
Here, I have people ask me that, and I kind of had a thought about it on my own. I was thinking about it one day. Somebody asked me, and I gave them an idea. And then I thought to myself, maybe it's not a good idea to put a number on it, because if say somebody's listening to this today and they're struggling with it too, and you tell them, well, I was on it for this long before the worst happened, they're going to think, well, I got this much time to figure it out.
They didn't probably drink as much as you did.
They might not have, but if they are,
Yeah, and everybody's obviously different.
Yeah. So if somebody's been hitting it hard, say somebody was drinking the way I drank, and they've been doing it for 5 years, and I tell them how long I did it, they're going to go, oh shit, I got time.
Yeah, you don't want to give anyone a timeline.
Exactly. So I'm just going to tell you, I drank a fifth of whiskey a day.
Over under
minimum
$100,000 spent on Crown.
Actually, it doesn't matter what kind it was, but
whatever kind. Yeah.
I would say well over.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah. I mean, I can already notice it. Just because I was a chewer too, chewing tobacco, and that's $10 plus a can nowadays, and.
You don't chew either?
No, because I got to the point where the only time I'd chew was when I was drinking, which, I didn't drink when I was working. It was not like I was it was at night. I was at night, every night. On weekends, that's a different story. But so, yeah, I mean, you cut out $35 for a handle of whiskey, minimum every other day.
What's the clarity like you've gained since being sober?
It's night and day difference.
And that's I asked about the relationship with the kids, and I think once you get that clarity, like, things obviously become more clear. And you talk about the bridge, and I will say this, and I have firsthand experience with this. Kids will always come back across that bridge. You know what I mean? Like, my kids even, in our situation, like, they'll always come back to their mom or their dad or, whoever, so that is, I know it'll take a little time, but
yeah,
it's repairable, and just stay on the right path. And
that's good to know. That's good to hear. That's encouraging.
Yeah.
And I accept that it's going to take time, and
not all of my kids are the same either. The timelines aren't all equal.
Oh yeah, my daughter's going to be the hardest one.
But I saw them at the hospital. They were all in. They're ready. They it's all good, I would say.
Yeah,
it's just going to get better.
Yeah, it is. I firmly.
You're probably
believe
just
that.
dealing with some guilt from but
I deal with a lot of guilt. I am. You're absolutely right, and it's not just with the kids. It's with a lot of things. I've probably said hurtful things to people, and
we all.
Right, but I look back, and would I have said that if I wouldn't have been doing what I was doing, or would I have made this mistake or made that mistake?
You had to be really, really drunk for me to even tell. I mean, I could tell a lot. If you didn't shake, you were probably drinking.
Right.
If you were shaking, you were probably not drinking. Mm-hmm. You don't really shake anymore, do you?
No. It's pretty amazing.
And
other than what runs in the family, but
what kind of follow-up, like, sobriety care are you doing?
I have recently started going to it's a men's group. It's a Christian men's group. It's not necessarily AA or anything like that, but that
there's pieces of it in there.
It gets brought up.
Mm-hmm.
You're more than. I mean, you can share anything you want. It's a tight group of people. Sean Frankel from Big Iron Gym, he holds it at the gym.
Oh,
he's the one that leads it. Great guy. I didn't know him until I met him through this, but he's an amazing person. Everybody I've met in this group is amazing. They've all gone through some shit,
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. How many days a week?
We just do it one day a week, but like this, we do it on Tuesday nights. This last Tuesday, it starts at 7 o'clock at night, and I don't think we walked out of there till 9. So, and it's just dudes being dudes, talking about shit, and a guy that just got back from overseas, he's talked a long time about, he was trying to spread the word of God over there because he found himself in Christ because he went through some shit before,
Yep.
And Sean helped lead him. So he talked a lot. It was a pretty amazing story. He talked a lot about how he was trying to kind of help. His goal was, when he left, was to kind of spread the word, to other soldiers.
Mm-hmm.
And as he got over there, he realized that everybody was pretty pessimistic and standoffish, and nobody had a real good outlook on anything. And it really started bothering him to the point where he said at one point in time he sought solitude, amongst thousands of soldiers, just wanted to be by himself. And thought about fasting, and then he was like, well, if I do that and we get called to a mission, he's like, I don't want to be a liability because
Right.
I haven't been eating and stuff like that. But
Sounds like a pretty awesome group.
yeah, it is. I mean, there's a guy there that, he did time in prison, and he's found his way back and found Christ in prison, actually. Great dude to talk to. Talks about his flaws and things he still deals with to this day. They all have a unique story. So
Cool.
A couple notes. I got a couple comments. The Carlson family is praying for you. Jamie
I appreciate
Carlson
that.
sent
Thank you very much.
And John Foss says you're the best guest by far, and he loves you.
Love you, brother.
So yeah, there's a lot of support out there for you. I mean, it was. I think it was definitely touch and go there for the first couple weeks. I mean,
Yeah, it was. It really was.
At one point, I'm like, I don't know. I just don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, I think a lot of people did. The only one that never really would allow that to go into his head was my dad. And I would even tell him, Dad, I don't think, I think it's done. I think, I told him that a couple times. I'm like, I think I'm done. You're not done. You're not done, So he's the only one that flat out would not accept it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
They were there all the time, man.
Yeah. My dad, if you know him, he's 150 pounds soaking wet and lost like 25 pounds when I was in the hospital, just because it was bothering him that much. But
Yeah.
It was tough, but hey, you know what? When did you realize, I'm going to live? I think I got this.
Ooh, that's a good question.
You do feel that way, right?
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
Probably gets stronger every day.
I stack one day at a time, and, there's a lot of things that change in my body that yesterday I didn't have that, now today I do. Now tomorrow I might not have that, but something else might pop up, or nothing might pop up. Might be a great day. Today's actually a really good day. I don't feel tired. I'm not, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but I definitely, every day a little bit better. You guys saw me when I was in the hospital, just my appearance alone.
Yeah, you don't even look yellow at all anymore, really, at all.
And people tell me that constantly, so that always helps.
And if I can go back and describe Jake 26 years ago, we're talking about a 6'2", 185 pound.
6 foot at the most.
6 foot. We'll give him 6'1", 6'1", 185, 90 pound, absolute freaking beast of humanity.
You got up to 250 at one point.
That's when I was lifting weights. Lifting hard. But yeah, I remember those days too, Taylor.
We'll get into those in a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. It'll get a little more light here in a bit.
Yeah, at some point, let's lighten it up. I'm more than happy to talk about what we're talking about, but.
Hey, I got to say something, though, about, your guys' family, the Weinrichs, the Benabuses, all you guys. It is one of probably the, best family that I've ever been around, lived around, became friends with. Some of them are kind of like an extended family to me, too. So your support system throughout everything, like you said, it's unbelievable. But,
it was unreal.
Shout out to all your family and cousins and aunts and uncles, mom and dads, like. You got one of the best in the world. Promise you that.
Yeah,
mine's amazing too. But
I was gonna say yours is. We used to talk extended family. Yeah,
good old Donna. All comes from her.
Yeah. your extended family. I feel like I'm extended family to your family. You know? I mean, and that's a great thing to have that. And you were up there visiting me. I don't know how many times. Chris was always there. Luke, my cousin Luke. There was time he would order food, DoorDash himself food just because he was sitting on the couch. We'd be watching TV together. Just might not even be talking. He's just there.
Mm-hmm.
My aunts. Your mom, Terry. She came up. She sat with me a lot.
That's a blessing.
It is. It truly is.
Probably don't come out of it without it.
No, absolutely not.
That's
absolutely
cool.
not.
That's cool. Let's see how strong you are. Let's see what you got for a grip. Remember we had brought this out at the family reunion a while back? Yeah, I remember Shelby's fucking boyfriend at the time fucking maxed it out.
Really? What's the max?
I don't know, like 190 something.
Shelby's did?
Yeah, it was not the one she's married to now, but he was like a construction guy.
Oh.
That was the one that Renee fell off that fucking trailer out at your place. That I think Jim was involved. Was he driving the tractor or something, and that trailer tipped over? And remember?
Oh yeah.
Don't you remember that?
I do.
That was insane.
Renee always used to get hurt. I remember. You remember them pogo ball things?
I had the pogo stick. Yeah.
But they had the ball thing.
She broke her ankle.
Yeah, at my birthday.
Yeah.
I got it for my birthday. She's bouncing around. Off she goes. Breaks her ankle.
Rest in peace, baby.
Yeah.
You sit on those things, don't you?
No, these were meant to be jumped on. Like you were supposed to jump around on them.
You either had things you slipped your feet in, or else you squeezed the ball.
Oh,
it's one of those '80s toys that aren't allowed anymore.
Yeah.
Well, it's better than
ball in
the
middle.
Oh, I gotta hit start.
What do we got?
No, that's probably my best effort too.
You don't got. Just make sure it's going up. Wait till it starts there. Okay.
I don't have much strength anymore.
We'll set a ground base for you here with your strength, and we'll get you back in a month.
Bad. 111.
There you go.
That's about what mine is.
I'm only 139 today. So, what you got, Tay? So, we grew up working in the wash bay. A wash bay is like where you wash like tanks and trucks and wash the inside of tanks out so that they can haul food grade material again.
Oh, yeah.
We probably worked there. I don't know. I started when I was like, I want to say 5th grade. So you would have been probably like a kindergartner. I don't know.
That's where everyone started.
We all started way too young.
Yeah, I mean, I got $2 an hour when I started.
$2 an hour.
I was the first one because I was the only one old enough that could even lift a brush. Probably.
My dad would pay me out of his pocket because I wasn't allowed to go and get a paycheck.
Yeah, and so we have some stories. I mean, it was me, Luke, and Jake, and I probably averaged like maybe 30 hours in the summer. You're supposed to work 40, but I always found a reason to get out of there. It was terrible work, you know what I mean, for a kid. And I lived on the same property, so I could walk home for lunch, watch Days of Our Lives, and then come back to the wash bay. And we had a couple of guys that we always had some high school kids working with us when we were growing up. That's how I started chewing at age 13. They were giving me a Red Man Totem. That was the first thing I chewed. And you know those things where they can knock you out, like you take deep breaths and then they do something?
Yeah.
The guy knocked me out, didn't think I was knocked out, and I went down, hit my head. And but the one guy that worked with us the longest, his name was Chad Stevens. And that guy, goddamn, he could take our abuse. First question is, what's the shittiest job we had to do in all those years? I mean, there's a couple of them. Like scraping that lead paint off that building.
Yeah, probably for sure.
Digging that pool with the jackhammer.
Digging the pool, yeah, when Grandpa put that new pool in.
How about the worst of the worst, though? You know where I'm going.
The worst of the worst.
That Lifesavers pop.
Oh! That was miserable.
It had a van full of like this Lifesavers pop. It was a brand that was a flash in the pan, and it got capsized. So then we had to go in this van, 53-foot dry van, full of all these cans.
12-ounce cans.
We had to put them back in the 6-pack ring.
Oh no!
Like 4 6-packs in a case. And
we're talking thousands.
Yeah, thousands.
And
sticky.
Figure out how many of them broke open. So then it's just a sticky, wet mess the whole time.
It took 4 of us probably, and then terrible pop.
Stevens drank gallons.
No,
just drink it warm, just crush it, just straight sugar.
Unbelievable.
I mean, we didn't have.
So it's shocking that there's no Lifesavers pop at the moment.
Yeah, It's not shocking because it's terrible.
That's probably the only time I can recall ever seeing that.
Yeah, me too.
Days of sitting in the warehouse just.
I thought we were in the actual van.
Well, we were, but it was backed up to the warehouse.
You're right. What about when Stevens was painting those rims?
Oh, yeah.
into the wind. We had to spray paint like the rims on the tires, and he was in the wrong way of the wind. And he turns around, he's just white.
He can never do anything right.
And the shit we did to him, he'd take his shirt off. He'd wear these bibs, and he was pretty big at the time. He walked on at Morningside to play football.
Lineman.
And he'd get so mad at me. He'd chase us, and we'd always outrun him. We'd always antagonize him to the point of he'd snap and chase us. And then, after he got his run where he wouldn't catch us, he'd be calm again. So then he'd ease back over to him, and he'd start again.
Yeah,
and,
it was nonstop. Yeah. He'd take his shirt off, and we'd tie it in a knot.
Many, many knots.
So, like even if it was so. If I tied your shirt into the knots like we did and didn't get it wet and freeze it, you probably still wouldn't be able to get it untied. But we took it to the next level. We'd get it wet, freeze it, put it in the freezer.
Oh my!
So then when he went to get his shirt, he'd always come back, "Where's my shirt? Where's my shirt?"
Check the freezer.
And you guys had to change clothes, so you were getting wet all the time washing the trailers, right?
We wore the same thing.
Yeah,
you did?
Yeah.
It was your feet that were the worst. I mean,
Yeah.
Jake, did you ever have to clean out tankers out at my place growing up? Or
No.
was that Mitch? Mitch was my
I was always the one that had
sidekick.
to hook them up and unhook them.
Move the trailers for my dad.
Drive the trucks for your dad because
Yeah.
he never knew how.
Larry can't drive a truck.
Never did, I don't
Shit,
think.
I'd go over there. We would be in like high school. We'd be watching the show or something. Larry'd come in and be like, "Jake, I need you to move this truck and unhook it or hook it up or whatever. Back it down here." Okay.
Yeah, Jake. Yeah, Steven's stories. I remember. Did you ever fall off a tank?
I never fell off. No.
You've been inside of them though.
Oh yeah, many times. That sucked.
I remember speaking of driving. Well, I was a freshman in college, so it had been probably the spring of '95. You were probably in 8th grade. You were in 8th grade, I think, because hopefully we'd come over. We'd come over to your house like when your parents were gone, and we'd drink.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'd always be like, "So, Milt, you gonna go back to school on Monday?" Say, "Hey, what'd you guys do? Go to a movie? So and so's mom take you to a movie?" "Yeah." "What'd you do, Milt?" "Oh, not too much. Just hung out, drank a few beers with the college guys, played some cards."
We went to the strip joint that one night.
You drove me and Hope to the Roaring '90s. You weren't even 16.
No.
It was 8th grader.
No, and I got in.
Yeah, I got
too.
him in. The Roaring, it's now Teasers, but it was the Roaring '90s when 4th Street was Lower 4th. It was not like it is now.
No.
It's like that was the El Fisteros hangout
Yep.
and all that shit. But crazy. You remember going to that strip club?
I remember that trip, yeah.
Yeah, that was a good.
I mean, I don't remember.
I vaguely remember the ride there.
I just remember going and
Like, what the fuck are we doing? Have a Milt drive us?
Were you 21?
No, I was 19.
Yeah.
Me and Hope were 19, maybe 20. No, 19. You just turned 19. Might have been 18 still.
Yeah. That's where that. Yeah, what are you going to tell everybody tomorrow? What'd you do over the weekend? Oh, I hung out with my mom, went to the mall. What'd you do, Milt? I went to the strip club.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
No ID. None of us.
None.
So.
Probably could have got in back then, Jake. You look like you were about 24 when you were 13 years old.
We kind of all did.
Yeah, me and Hope had fakes probably, but
Well, I got Joe Miller from you after you turned 21 finally.
yeah,
Looked nothing like him, but
neither did I.
they never, I think they'd ID you once. And
Right.
then you just go back to the same place.
remember
again.
you.
Yeah.
I had so many fakes that I went through. You know who Michael Madsen is?
Name sounds familiar.
He was like in Reservoir Dogs. He's Mr. Pink, or not Mr. Pink, but he's like.
Well, that's where I was going. I thought you meant it was somebody you actually knew.
No, but I had his actual ID. I used as a fake for like a year and a half or 6 months.
Yeah,
Paul
tell
had-
that story. How'd you end up with Michael Madsen's ID? He's the
Paul-
one that got his ear cut off in Reservoir Dogs, right?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Paul, he's actually Vic Vega, and his brother is Vincent Vega, who is the main character. Because Madsen was originally cast as Vincent Vega. It was going to be Vic Vega, but then he took another role. He took Wyatt Earp instead, so that's when they found Travolta, and he became Vincent Vega as opposed to Vic Vega. But I digress. Paulie Cadwalder somehow ended up with it out in Colorado and gave it to me, and I can't believe I lost that fucking ID. I threw it away. I mean, that would be fucking money to have right now.
That would be cool.
It's so stupid I threw it away or gave it to somebody. I don't know.
There's another character that crossed our paths in life, Paul.
Tell him about how Paul lived and where he lived when you guys shared a place in
Ames?
In Ames.
So Will Paulson and I rented a basement from a house basement that had 2 bedrooms like a main living area, whatever. And then of course you had the water softener and the water heater,
utility
all
closet.
that stuff was down there where we were too, And Paulie wanted to move in with us, and we're like, I don't know where you're gonna go. He's like, oh, I can set up camp right here in this utility room. So he had like a mattress on milk crates and shit, and he just wedged himself in there, and it was like, all right.
He slept in the utility room?
Yeah, that's where he stayed.
Did he keep his clothes in there?
How long did he live there?
Like the whole semester.
Oh my!
How did he need a place to live?
I think he just wanted to live with us because everybody used to come over back at that time. Mario Kart 64 was a huge thing, and I had it, and I had it at school, and so everybody used to come over and play Mario Kart like every night for hours. And I think Paul just wanted to be around all the time, so he decided. I remember one day he brought a chick home. He's like, Milt, I can't take her in there. Can I use your room? I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, can I? Come on, brother. I'll owe you. I'm like, all right, go ahead. So whatever.
Tough decision for a buddy to make right there.
It is. That's pretty bold, but what the hell?
It's college.
It is.
It's easy.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. So you guys are the same grade. Did you guys have any success in football?
1 year.
Or did you struggle like the first 3 years and then you had a decent senior year, or what was it?
That's exactly what happened. We were
Freshman year we won
one game,
2 games.
That would have been Luke as a senior?
Yep. Sophomore year we didn't win any.
one game junior year.
Junior year we won 1, and then.
So what'd you win your first year? 3, 0, 1? That's how many games?
No, we won 2. Varsity wise, we
Yeah.
won 2. I played varsity. D had me playing defensive line when Luke was a senior.
How many games you win that year? 2?
2.
Then 0 as a sophomore?
Yeah.
Who was the seniors then?
Chad Fisher and them.
Okay.
Is that right?
That
No.
would have been John.
Our sophomore year would have been like Chad Fisher, yeah.
Is that right?
JD Rich, Jeremiah Yower, that group.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
the next year was...
We got 50-pointed a couple times that year, I remember.
The next year you were juniors and you won 1 game?
One game, I think, at Haywarden, wasn't it?
Who was the seniors then?
Rustin Lake. And,
John Foss.
Yeah.
Matt
yeah, we
Dedeker.
did because we won that game because I remember I had like 120-some yards rushing and 0 touchdowns, and Rustin Lake had like 3 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns
Yeah.
or something
The
like
fullback.
that. Yeah.
Give it to him on the one.
Real
Yeah.
quick interjection. Did you have anything to do with the fire extinguisher incident?
Oh, God. Who brought that up?
John Foss?
Question is, did John Foss have anything to do with the fire extinguisher incident?
What is the fire extinguisher incident?
All right, so, and Foss can jump in if I don't tell the story right, but back behind the stage at Hinton, behind the curtain there used to be a fire extinguisher that I kid you not, stood probably 4 foot tall.
Was it red?
It was an old antique. I don't even know if it looked, from what I remember, it was more like rust colored almost.
Okay. I'm trying to think if I can remember it.
But it sat in the corner, and it was like the last day of school.
It was the last day for the seniors, which would have been Foss's last day. Matt Dedeker, that group.
You guys were juniors.
Yeah, we still probably had a week or 2 of school left.
So we're on lunch, and for whatever reason, Foss and I and Adam Benabus and
Oh, there's a legend.
I don't remember who else was there. Anyway, we got to talk, we should spray this fire extinguisher around back here, just stupid, whatever. And we talked about it for a little bit. Finally, like, all right. So Adam pulls the trigger on this thing. Well, it's so old that once you pull the trigger, it's on. You can't shut it off. And that thing had so much gusto behind it. We take off running. It's blowing that curtain that weighs, I don't know how much, almost to the ceiling.
Oh, my.
And it's just covering everything. And I think it was Mr. Hudak comes in through the lobby, through the front door of the gymnasium, because you weren't supposed to be in there at lunchtime. And we're just beelining it, trying to get out of there, because it's following us. He's like, you, and you, stop right there. We're like, we can't. We just keep running, Well, then, of course, you get called in the office, and nobody would take the blame for it. And then this went on for, probably a week.
Just you, Adam, and John?
There might have been another person. I don't remember. I remember us 3 for sure, and then nobody would say who did it. Nobody
Why
would
didn't you
say
run
who
out the
did
side
it.
doors? You went out the
I think one of them. I think Adam might have. I think John and I went out the front.
amateur hour.
It didn't matter which way you went. You were going to be stuck in. I mean, it was.
They had to
You could have put out
take
a
the curtain,
bonfire.
take the curtain off, and send it to some company to get it cleaned.
They had to
I mean,
redo
it
the
just
thousands of dollars probably.
They had to redo the whole floor. Not like replace it, but they had to bring people in to clean it and all that
they were threatening to not let Foss graduate.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my.
So like it was like a week or so, probably at least, and it was still hanging over our heads, obviously, and nobody would admit to it.
Someone just stepped up and paid the bill.
Nobody paid the bill, but Foss laid down on the line and took the blame for it, even though he wasn't the one that pulled the trigger.
You could have said, "Oh, somebody just stumbled over it and it went off," you know.
Yeah, no, he laid himself on the line and took the blame for it. I remember I still lived in town in Hinton, and I was mowing the yard, and he walks up behind me, John does, and he's like, "Hey, just to let you know, I told him I did it." You know, because, of course, all our parents were involved. They were threatening to, like, throw us in jail and stuff. I remember my dad comes to the office, and he's like, "You got your freaking town cop here and the fire department." Blah. He's just going nuts, you know. But
Foss said he became the summer janitor.
oh, that's right. Yeah.
A little cleanup to do.
That was, I think, because they threatened to not let him play baseball, I think, too, didn't they?
Probably. Did he play baseball his senior
It
year?
was a pretty big deal. I remember it.
He played, but
Did you play baseball in high school?
I only played my freshman year, and I missed a lot of the game. I didn't really care for it.
Yeah, me neither.
But, yeah, that was – we had no idea that thing was just going to – as soon as you pull the trigger, it was going to do what it did. And the force behind it. Unbelievable.
It completely ejected all of its contents.
Yeah,
It
until it
stopped.
was done. Until it was done. And you could – I mean –
Probably from like the 50s or 60s.
yeah, it was old. It was old.
That's elite.
It was pretty good.
That's
Yeah, it
elite.
was-
So then your senior year, how'd you guys do?
In football?
Yeah.
Well, went undefeated. Well, no, we lost to Sergeant Bluff, didn't we?
Lost
First
to
game.
Sergeant Bluff first game.
They were probably a 2 or 3A school.
Yeah, they were bigger than us.
Ran the table in our district.
Were you class A or 1A?
We were 1A.
That sucks.
And then, yeah, we went undefeated. Homecoming game, we played Galva Holstein. It was just Galva Holstein at the time. That's the first year Hinton played them, I think.
Yeah, they were ranked 4, I think, at the
They
time.
were. And we beat them. And then we hit the rankings. And I think we made it as far up as, 4, didn't we?
Yeah, somewhere around there. They always still had Galva Holstein ranked ahead of us that year, which was odd, right?
Did you play them in the playoffs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they beat you?
They ended our season.
How bad? What was the score?
17-3.
Yeah.
What'd you bet? How bad did you beat them the first time?
It wasn't by much.
14-7.
It was close. Both games were defensive. I mean, it was mostly defensive battles, but they had a hell of a running back that,
Kroll.
yeah. Then they had that psychopath that played, I shouldn't say that because he's dead now, played line for him.
I think he's the one that the only time I about ever got knocked out on the football field was by that guy.
You only
Yeah.
played 1 year, though, didn't you, in high school?
2 years, junior,
years.
senior.
He got hurt for a little bit in that game, hurt his knee or something. He's the one that I took I think it was the playoff game. I went out around the end. I don't remember if it was a toss or what, and he rode me out of bounds. I ended up on the track, and as I'm on the track, he's punching me. I mean, as we hit the ground. And your little brother Josh, who was a freshman at the time, was having to be standing at the end, that end, and he's like, "Yeah," getting in his face and all that stuff. It was pretty hilarious.
You remember that guy dragging me down the sideline?
That was at Akron, right?
No, that was that game, that
Was
Holstein
it?
game.
Yeah, I do remember it.
I grabbed his jersey and I literally got drugged for probably 10 to 15 yards.
Yeah, because I caught you. I caught you.
And it was on the news. It's the one, like, only clip on the fucking news that day. It's me just getting drugged like a doll behind this dude.
I told my boys once, I said, you know what? The only sport you're going to think about or dream about or talk about when you're 50 is high school football. That's the only thing that, maybe Taylor, it might be different, but that's the only thing I ever, it's the only thing you can't really ever play again. You can't do it. You can't put pads on and go play. I mean, now we're not physically capable, of course, but
No.
even when you're 19 or 20, unless you go play college football, you're never going to put that stuff on again. And there's something about the camaraderie. I mean, even though they're your classmates, if they're a football teammate and you don't like them really, you kind of do respect them.
Tell you what, though, it was tough to see the light as far as you go 1-7 your junior year, 0 whatever your sophomore year. So you go into your senior year like, geez, what do we expect here? You know, and
Had to feel amazing.
Yeah, so first game we get beat by Sergeant Bluff, and it's
here
just
we go
like,
again.
here we go again. And I remember Jake chewed my ass at practice one time. Right after that Sergeant Bluff game, it's Tuesday. We're just running our asses off, doing nothing football related, really.
Right.
And I'm like, what are we doing? Like, we need to probably work on some stuff here. And Jake's like, just shut your mouth and listen to the coaches. I don't want to fucking hear it. And just bit my ass. And I'm like, all right.
I will say.
And then we won the next day, 8 or 7, whatever.
I loved football. I mean, just absolutely loved it. And I was tired of losing. And senior year, I took it very personally. Like,
You guys had a big class, too. That's always important.
Very senior heavy. We were loaded with seniors. Joe Junk, Keegan Surratt.
Yep. Clint, me.
Clint, yeah. Stephen Clark,
Yep.
Tim Berry,
Saunders.
Mitch Hall.
Jeff Dedeker.
There was no sophomore or freshman playing.
Sean Saunders.
Saunders went out a senior year, yeah, punt returner. Hey,
Yeah,
Jake, we got to bring up the last football story here. The Galen game, last regular season game of the year.
Mhm.
And it's,
District game?
No, district game, our
You guys
last
had to be
district
Class
game.
A then.
No. Galen was Class 1A at that time.
I don't really remember, but we were ahead 6-0, and they go down and score to go up 7-6 or 8-6. I don't remember. 5 minutes, 20 seconds left on the clock, and it's, we're a running team. We're not passing the ball, so our drive is probably going to take 4 to 5 minutes, right, for us to go score. And we just ran the same play. I mean, over veer right, 36 dive or something. I don't
26 ISO J.
Yeah.
You guys running the wing T?
We ran the Ram.
Okay.
Ram right.
26 ISO J.
You were
Yeah.
the tailback?
Huh?
You were the tailback? Who were the 2 fullbacks?
Keegan and Clint.
Where was Rustin playing?
Rustin was graduated by
Okay.
then.
Okay. Keegan and Clint Bach.
Keegan Surratt. You probably don't
Keegan
know him.
Surratt and Clint Bach.
Yep.
Pretty good.
March it down. Jake scores a touchdown with maybe 15, 20 seconds left. Crowd's going crazy. Beat your rival. That was probably the highlight. I'll never forget that. And they knew what we were running every time. We didn't.
Yep. Leading up to that game, it had rained all week long. So the field was a mud
Was it
mess.
at home?
No, it was at Galen. The field was a mud mess. You could stand there, on offense, you'd be back there standing, and I could feel myself sinking. That's how wet it was,
Mm-hmm.
So we scored that touchdown, and I was the kicker. And Held comes over to me, and he's like, where do you want to kick it to and which way? And usually, because I had this deal where,
Tie your toe back.
I tie my toe back
With a strap.
with a
Shoelace.
and I could boot it, pretty much to the end zone every time. It was so wet that you couldn't get good plant foot, in order to do that. So Held's like, what do you want to do? I said, I'm going to lay it on the ground and squib it. He's like, you're going to do what? I said, yeah, I'm just going to squib it. So I ended up squibbing it.
This is after the touchdown?
Yeah. And it got down to I don't know, probably the 25 somewhere in there. And then they got to run a couple plays, but we ended up beating
And that
them.
secured the playoff berth, too?
At that time, we had to win that game, didn't we?
Well, I think they would have taken a wild card out of our district, but it might have knocked us
We wouldn't have
out.
got a
I don't
home
know.
game, I don't think.
No, definitely wouldn't have got a
Yeah.
home game.
So you lost to Galva at home?
Yeah.
In the playoffs, yeah.
First round of the playoffs.
That's
And then-
probably only 16 teams made it then, of course.
And they got beat by,
That was back where if you lost, you were lucky to get in because Galen, they knew they weren't getting in. They did everything they could to keep us from getting home field
And they were
advantage.
just coming off a really good run, too, because after I graduated, they might have won a state title with Sitzman and Dull. I don't remember. But
I played against 2 of the teams that won state. One of them was with Brad Sitzman,
And Dull went to Iowa.
and then Matt May. And
Yeah, those guys.
them guys they won state.
When they were sophomores, they beat us as seniors.
They're the ones that, the only reason I remember vaguely is because we played them at home, and at halftime of the game, there was supposed to be a pie auction or something like that. And when they
King
were,
of the pie auctions right here.
they were already up by 50 at halftime.
Yeah.
So that was the end of the game. And I don't know what happened with the pie auction, but I just remember thinking as we got it.
I guarantee he probably bought one.
One, I remember thinking,
We'll
wow,
tell
we
that
just-
story later.
We just got our ass kicked, and then 2, it was Wonder what they did with all them pies, if they got to sell them or what they did, because
We could tell Galen stories all day, but I think we'll stop at that one.
we didn't draw big crowds back then.
Leaving the mice in their gym during the basketball game, throwing fish under their bleachers. Yeah, it wasn't good.
It's not like that anymore. Everybody knows each other because of TikTok. And
Kids are
Instagram.
civil these days. I give my kids crap. They'll say something like, I'm going to kick his ass. I'm like, which one of you guys has ever been in a fight in your life? Which one has ever been hit in the face? Not a single person. Not any of you 10. So ease yourself off that talk.
Exactly.
And that's good. That's fine. That's what society's evolving to. That's probably a positive thing. But
Yeah.
All right. I got some rapid fires. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Favorite vehicle you've ever owned? And I know all of them, so I'm just curious
I know
which
you
one was
do.
yours.
Remember that red and white Chevy?
Yeah.
That one.
Not the blue one, the very first one?
No. That was all right, but the red and white one was better. That thing, you
that's
could
still
go
out
anywhere with
Is
that.
that still out at the warehouse?
No, Scott Hoefling bought it from me.
Oh, yeah.
Now Jay Fisher owns it.
He does?
My favorite was the blue one.
Was it?
Yeah.
That was my first vehicle.
First team to win a natty, Iowa or Nebraska, college football.
Iowa.
Disagree. Yes or
You
no?
mean now or in the history?
In the future. In the future.
Oh,
Who's winning one first?
Still going on.
Iowa. Yeah.
Will it happen in your lifetime?
no.
Great question.
I don't
You don't think Iowa's going to win a natty in your lifetime?
In football?
Yes.
No. I don't think Nebraska will either.
I don't even think we'll win. I don't even think we'll win one in basketball.
I bet you I can name 10 teams, and then nobody besides those 10 teams will win it in my lifetime.
The closest I made the
I
comment.
disagree.
The 2 years that the women's team with Caitlin made it to the final game, I'm like, I told somebody, I said, that's closest I'll ever see Iowa coming to a national title in any major sport.
Besides
I know wrestling is a
Yeah.
major sport, but it's
that might
nothing
even be-
I've ever been into. My kids they never got into wrestling. I
Probably
know it's a
should
big
have.
thing, but
Would have been a beast at wrestling.
you might have. I don't know.
All right. Yes or no, Jake? Do you believe in? Okay, that's the topic here. Do you believe in aliens?
Yes.
Good answer. Bigfoot,
No.
megalodon.
Is still around today? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
No. Was it? Yes.
The Loch Ness monster.
No. No chance.
Really?
No way.
How do you think aliens reproduce?
Telepathically.
Really? Not in a tube or like a.
No, I think they just
They're just cloned. They're all cloned.
could be. I think they just basically say that
No mating.
probably not.
Probably
It's
only
too inefficient.
one sex, probably, right?
If you're that efficient that you could come to Earth,
If you
say,
could-
or travel throughout the
Intergalactic travel.
right. If you're that efficient, sex and regular reproduction would be completely inefficient to them.
Inconvenient.
It'd be a waste of time.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
That's my thought, anyway.
You done?
One more. Favorite high school moment. You got one. Got to pick one.
Jesus.
That when you're 90 years old, it will still be with you in memory.
Boy, that's a tough one.
I mean, we've talked about a few today.
I know, but does that have to be a specific moment, or could it be a time?
Anything you want.
Yeah.
I'm going to say senior year in high school.
Good time, huh?
We came together. I mean, us seniors came together.
You guys got a great class. I always say that.
What?
You guys have a great.
Yeah, it was a pretty
Guy
elite class.
class.
Yeah, and a lot of us are still really close to this day. But even, like the girls in our class, we started doing stuff as a class. We came together. It was just a real camaraderie. And it really kind of all started with football, being successful with football that year. The wrestling watch parties we used to have at my parents'
Oh, yeah.
basement,
Mitch's senior party.
People would come. Yeah, Mitch's
Senior party was probably.
that was pretty legit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I got a couple rapid fires too.
Mhm.
Glass eye or patch?
Patch.
Correct. That's the right answer. Hook or prosthetic for a hand?
Ooh.
Like if you have to get one, if you had to choose.
Yeah.
Do I get to pick which hand?
That's your right.
So I lose my right hand, and I got to go with a hook or a prosthetic.
Yeah. Obviously, the hook's going to be more functional.
Is it?
And prosthetic, you can't move fingers.
I thought they got them so you can now.
Oh, well, we're saying you can't.
Well, the
Have
hook.
you ever seen like Kingpin? I'm thinking something.
The rubber.
That's what I'm thinking is the prosthetic hand
I
is.
think we've came a long way since then.
You gonna go with the hook then?
Yeah, in this particular
Hook is the
scenario,
correct answer.
I'll go with hook. All right.
Okay. Mount Rushmore of pro wrestlers. I'll give you mine
wrestlers.
if you want me to go first so
Sure.
you can think. I'm just going to, off the top of my head, I'm going to go Flair, Andre the Giant. I'm going to go with probably Stone Cold, and it's either Hogan or it's Bruno Sammartino or it's the Rock or Sting. I'll go with Gorilla Monsoon.
That's a good Mount Rushmore question. We've never thought of that.
No, but I haven't had a real wrestling fan on before.
I'll go Hogan.
You started it all.
I got to throw Mankind in there.
Oh, I love Mankind.
And man,
I should have put the Taker in mine too.
do anything. Taker would probably be up there with mine.
Who's the dirty sock guy? What was
That's
his
Yeah,
name?
it's
Mankind.
That's Mankind?
Mick Foley.
Yeah. Mick Foley.
Mick Foley, yes.
Beast.
For sure on the
His
list.
entrance music was the best.
What
The car
was it?
crash.
Oh,
Jake did love Mick Foley the most.
getting thrown off the top of that steel cage is the most impressive
Oh.
thing I've ever seen.
They've killed him. They've killed him.
JR.
As God is my witness.
What was the clip I kept sending you?
What's that?
Oh, that's Gorilla Monsoon
yeah,
in there.
Monsoon, yeah. Who would have been my fourth?
Shane O'Mac.
I was actually going to say Jim McMahon.
You were a big Goldberg
Vince
guy too,
McMahon.
weren't you?
Vince McMahon.
If you're going to have a Mount Rushmore of wrestling.
You said Jim McMahon.
Oh, Vince, sorry.
Yeah.
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 Vince McMahon.
He's up there, dude. I agree.
I mean, if you're going to have a Mount Rushmore, I think so. Yeah, I was a huge Goldberg fan. But, I would probably put, I don't know how you could have it without him. I know he didn't start it, but what he did with it.
yeah, I mean, he made it what it is.
Personal shit aside and mistakes he's made.
I don't
mean,
give a
you
fuck
look at,
about your personal life.
yeah, same with Tiger, you know.
Tiger's
you guys
the
were
man.
talking about that last
Tiger's
week.
the GOAT.
So I think you got to put him up there.
That's a
But
good call. I agree. And plus, when he was wrestling against Stone Cold, that had to be the most jacked 50-year-old on the planet.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe older than that even.
He went in.
He's 80-some now.
Vince McMahon's 80-something years
I'm
old.
pretty sure.
Wow.
I would say when he was wrestling McMahon or Stone
He
Cold,
pretty much built the whole empire, didn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Like
He
it was
consolidated
his brainchild, and
it was a territory. They were all separate territories, and he consolidated them all. He ruffled a lot
Right.
of feathers.
Mm-hmm. He, when he tore both of his quads running out into the ring it was a Bautista match. So, I mean, it wasn't all that long ago, probably in the last 15 years, and then gets in the ring and he can't get up and walk because, I mean, his quads are torn off the bone.
Yeah.
And he just sits there and he's yelling at the refs and this and that because the match was supposed to go a different way or whatever. And they hobble him out and everybody thought it was over. And sure enough, from the back, he's like, I want to start it over, get it. And they had to redo it, so that it came out the way he wanted it,
His quads were torn off the
Yeah,
bone.
yeah. It's terrible.
Vince will be 81 in August.
wow.
Yeah. So
So, yeah, I definitely would put him on it.
What else you got, Chris?
I don't got anything else. I kind of did that WWE off the cuff because I had a different one lined up, but I think that one's better because I'm not a huge wrestling fan, but I am a huge wrestling history fan.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like to read books about it and like the backstories and just about the people involved. Like I'm not really entertained watching a match that much, but clips are like, when I was a kid, I loved like the British Bulldogs and the Hart Foundation and Hogan, of course. Everybody loved Hogan. And but now I'm more of a villain guy. I like the heels, and I go back and I'll watch Jesse the Body.
Yeah.
When he was the commentator, it was like him and Vince McMahon were the commentators, and
Oh, yeah.
the Body was the heel commentator. He'd call them the Pukesters, and then you can't go anywhere without talking about the Macho Man. That guy was legit. Lived that character. Always talked like that, even in real life. I mean, changed himself to be the Macho Man.
Hogan tells the best story about the Macho Man and Andre the Giant.
Oh yeah.
I guess
Baby oil.
Yeah, Andre just hated him. Like
Oh baby
Macho Man
oil.
was scared to death to be anywher near Andre the Giant.
Oh baby oil.
Not even like in the ring, like
Really?
anywhere. Like if you saw him out to eat or something like that, he'd just like be terrified.
Baby oil.
Yeah. No baby oil.
Hated it. The Giant was just in his prime, just indescribable.
Oh yeah, unreal.
Best manager.
There's a
the
guy that
brain.
could drink.
Yeah, they say there's some stories like he could outdrink Wade Boggs. Wade Boggs once drank 100 beers on a flight.
On a
from
flight, yeah.
You seen those signs?
Yeah. It's incredible.
He doesn't shy away from that either. He kind of lives up. He kind of
I think
leans
he
into
Proud
it.
of it.
confirmed it. I want to say it was.
Even though it's impossible, he
Yeah.
still leans into it.
Yeah, it was.
You think it's impossible?
To drink 100 beers in 4 hours? Yeah.
Be pretty tough.
I did the Century Club, and that's like 18 beers in whatever, 100 minutes. That's a lot.
Just the carbonation alone.
Oh, yeah.
And I was taking a shot a minute, a shot glass. And I puked like probably 4 times during that 90 minutes.
Reagan wants to do 21 shots for her 21st birthday. I'm like,
Killer.
what?
Of
No.
what? Water?
I don't know.
Better be light shots, unless she drinks a lot. I doubt she does.
She drinks them free.
I don't think she'll get to 21. I mean, she's not a big girl like.
I'm not going to let her.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm there.
What's the plan? They got a party bus or what are they doing?
I don't know. Mom said something the other day about, she told her, we could rent a bus or something. We got a
When did she turn
designated
21?
driver. Me.
May. She turned 21 in May.
May 20th, yeah.
And then Bodie will be 21 in June.
Mm-hmm.
Boston probably turns 21 in May, too.
May 11.
All 3 had those kids same time, roughly, within a month.
Boston's birthday is the same as mine.
That's right.
May 11th.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to the May 11th, 511.
That's right.
Any parting shots, Milt? Anything you want to say?
No, appreciate you guys having me on. It's been a lot of fun.
A lot of good comments.
Don't know
Thanks
how
for
long
coming
we'll
on,
win.
man. You look.
Boss said he spent the last few weeks of summer working with the janitors daily. Good resume builder.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So we had more views today live. We had 31 views. Average view duration 7 minutes. So
Our next podcast, we're probably looking to get John Foss and Wes Kane on the podcast. Talk some peptides and some
Vanilla Ice.
social media. Oh yeah,
We can recap the
be a lot of
lowrider
Vanilla Ice talk.
contest. We're having a lowrider contest. Vanilla's 3-time defending champion with his lowrider. He's going for 4
Yeah.
this next week or so.
Vanilla Deville.
If Foss is going to be in town, he better say something. I want to see him.
We're gonna do it remotely, but
We're trying to get him down here.
we'll pay for his hotel room and everything and his travel. So he's just got to get down here.
Yeah.
He's got like 5 kids.
He's a busy guy. I know that.
They're like young too. He's got one that's like an infant, I think.
I'm not sure what the ages are. I know this has been quite a few years ago, but a lot of years ago, I took a job and I had to go to Minneapolis for 2 weeks straight for training, and he was busy then. We couldn't even, and I was in his backyard. We couldn't even get together.
He did some pro wrestling.
Foss?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll bring that up.
I wrestled a legit, so I'm going to use the word midget because that's what he called himself. I was in...
Midget plays here.
What's that?
Midget plays.
All right. So I was in Tennessee and
Throw him around a little bit or what?
well, I was eating some barbecue joint. I was on my way back from someplace, and this group of wrestlers comes in, and that was back when I was lifting pretty heavy, So I was a good-sized dude, and he kind of got in my face, jokingly around, and so we went outside, and we got this big crowd, and he's like, "Arr," coming at me, and I'm just like, "Arr."
Are you just in the
Kinda
parking lot or are you
tossing
in
around.
a...
On the side, Beale Street.
Oh, gotcha.
Downtown Beale Street, yeah. It was pretty fun. But that's my extent of wrestling.
Nice.
You familiar with this picture at all? Let's see if I can get it up on the screen here. You ever seen that picture?
That's a real picture. It's not
That's a
edited.
real picture.
No.
From here, you just missed a putt, and it's the angle.
Chris uses that everywhere.
It's so good.
Oh, is it bad that it looks like Trump behind him?
Oh, it's even better. Vitality-research.org. Parting shots. Thanks for. Should we send it to the internet, Tito?
Yeah, Jake, looking good, brother. Keep it up. Good to have you. Thanks for coming
Appreciate
on.
Yep.